What's up, party people? Today we're going to be talking about how to take advantage of the dungeons that are in Dekaron G. I think these are often overlooked by many players, and I wanted to just take a little bit of time today to talk about them, their importance, and what you can get from them. Also, if you enjoy my content and don't want to miss any upcoming videos, shorts, or live streams, make sure to hit that subscribe button today. Okay, dungeons, Dekaron G. So, dungeons, if you want to do dungeons, basically you're in the game, you go to a little drop-down menu here, and you click on special dungeons. Now, there are a variety of dungeons that you can complete in Dekaron G, or farm in, depending on your level. And these all unlock at different levels. But I'm just going to take a little bit today to talk about all of them and why you should be doing them. Now, first off, I'm going to talk about Parka Temple. Alright, Parka Temple. And some of these reset daily, and some of these reset weekly. So that's another thing to keep in mind, too. And the reset times you can see here are at the bottom, and it'll say up here how often they reset, whether it's daily or weekly. So, for example, Parka Temple and Norak Cave reset weekly, where these other guys reset daily, and that's the amount of time that you're allowed to be farming in the dungeon. So, Parka and Norak are very important, and the reason they're important is because you can only farm in them for X amount of hours a week, unless you get stones that allow you to stay there longer, but they have extremely important drops. So if we look at Parka Temple, for example, some of the items that you need for crafting armor, you have your Kalisto's Bloodstones, and you also have your in-car magic stones. Very important. You can also get some rare item drops too, but those are two of the bigger ones that you're going to want to be getting from Parka Temple. And some weeks you're going to get a drop, some weeks you're not going to get a drop, but you should be doing it every week because you're not going to be able to just go get it whenever you want. It's something you really got to work for. Norak Cave is kind of the same way. Important drops being the specifically this Norak magic stone. You can get, obviously there's other good drops in the dungeons as well, but the primary ones that you're not getting anywhere else are these Kalisto Bloodstones, Norak Magic Stones, or the other Magic Stones, and then, there's other stuff you can get too, but these crafting materials are extremely important. The reason they're important is because when you are crafting rare weapons and armor, if you want to make some of the better ones, you have to have these bloodstones, or the I'll give you an example here, or either the in-car magic stone, or some of them require the Norak magic stone, but that's where those comes from. So you should definitely be doing those dungeons. Now, these two can be a little bit harder, so you want to make sure that you're geared up, but you should definitely be doing them. Okay, Blacktail Volcano. Let's go to that one. So the reward from Blacktail Volcano are Spoil of War boxes, which give you guild medals, which is nice. You can use in your guild store. And in addition to that, Blacktail Volcano is the best experience in the game. Extremely high experience when you're killing monsters in there, but you can only be there for an hour. If you get resets, you can stay there longer, but definitely worth doing every day, just because the experience is really good. I'm going to skip over Draconian Tomb for just a second. I'm going to go to Ashen Island. Ashen Island drops condensed or R gates and condensed R gates at a pretty decent drop rate. I've gotten a couple or concentrated ones here before. And in addition to that, it gives pretty good dill and pretty good experience. I should also mention that Blacktail Volcano does not drop any dill, so that's something to keep in mind when you're farming there as well. Now, these dungeons also have bosses, but the bosses are pretty hard, and you definitely need a guild to be completing them. The Draconian Tomb is kind of similar to Parka Temple and Norak Cave in terms of the importance of drops, but this one resets daily instead of weekly, which is nice. So it's a good place to be farming. But we can look at some of the drops here. This one, again, it's less about the crafting material, but you just have a chance of getting very good items from this one. So this is another one that once you're strong enough, again, this one is a little bit harder, but once you're strong enough, you should be using the full time in here every day because it has higher drop rates. As you can see, there's some pretty nice drops there. And now you guys have also gotten to see how you can look at the drops that are in these dungeons as well. Some of the dungeons... sorry. Let's talk about Mysterious Domain. Mysterious Domain, this is an open PvP area where you farm these Nunvis crystals, which then are gems or something, which you then can convert into crystals in the shop here. I'll show you that really quick. There's the exchange center, and then the crystals. So what you do... Not that one, sorry. Is you exchange your shards or whatever these are for the actual crystals, and 1,000 of them equals 18,000 crystals. Like I have no ore, that's what it is. None ore. When you're in this dungeon, though, you can get PvP'd, and if you get PvP'd and you die, you lose some of your ore, so that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, it's kind of a fun area, honestly, if you want to do some PvP. So there's that as well. I also wanted to mention that some of the dungeons have different areas available to you based on what level you are. So if you look at like Blacktail Volcano, for example, as you level up, you can go to higher level areas. The drops stay the same, but I would imagine the experience would increase there. And you can explore this as well. It's the same thing with Ashen Island as well. You're just gonna get more experience and better drops in those areas. Yeah, that I feel like pretty much sums up the little dungeon farming area. Farming there with another person is smart too if you're not strong enough to do it on your own. But there's really no reason not to be fully taking advantage of these every day in terms of being optimal and getting the most out of your character and getting the most out of your drops and etc. That's really something that you should be doing. Anyway, if anyone knows anything else about these dungeons that I don't and you want to share it, feel free to share that. Other than that, questions, suggestions, as those you can leave them in the comments. And until next time, guys, take care. Peace.